Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I will be covering AOVs. Just imagine if you're working in a company and you receive a feedback from your supervisor and a feedback like can you make a glass a bit darker or increase the glow or can you reduce the reflections and like any kind of creative feedback, and then you realize, oh no, I have to render everything again. Well, not now, because in this video I will show you how professionals avoid that problem using Arnold AOVs, and we will render our scene, bring it to nuke, and then change a different part of the render without rendering it again. And trust me, once you learn this workflow, you will never want to work without AOVs. So let's get started. So in this scene, nothing fancy, just 4 different kind of material. And we've got red plastic, silent gold, chrome, and glass, and some one illuminated object. Why this thing? Because every material behave differently, and that's exactly what makes it perfect to learn AOVs. So just click on the render setting and open the AOVs editor, in the render setting. So AOVs is just like a Photoshop layer. So instead of putting everything in one layer, you separated things into different layers. Or one for the next, text. So one for the background, one for the shadow, one for the reflections, like everything like that. So AOV work almost in the same way, instead of one final render. So Arnold save different pieces of lighting separately. Diffuse, specular, glass, glow, depth, normal, everything get its own layer, and later on inside the new curve After Effects we can edit those layers independently, and that's why compositing becomes so powerful, and that's why it helps you to tweak your renders independently on the different layers. So yeah, let's jump on the AOVs. So open the render settings, and on the AOV tab, here we'll see 2 listed. One is left, that is available AOV, and on the right, the one we are actually rendering it. So for this demo, I'm enabling a few of the basic render process, that's the common AOVs that you should know. So let's add few of these, like diffuse, specular, emission, transmission, normal, depth, object ID, or some cryptomat. But for this chapter, we will not covering this cryptomat, but definitely in the next video I will be covering cryptomat as well. So if you want to see how the cryptomat works, please comment it below, and I'll definitely try to make it as well as possible. So I have added a few AOVs and just hit the render. Now we can see different renders layer. You can see the position pass, the normal pass, ZDepth pass. Now you can see the ZDepth pass. So if the render images render separately and independently, so now we get extra control to tweak it later on in the compositing software. So now what Arnold is doing is something really nice. So instead of creating 10 different files, is packing all those render passes in multi-XRs in one file. So yeah, so if you can see, I have added illumination pass as well. So under the material editor, you can see the emission. So if you increase the value, it will render it as the emission AOVs. So emission is what something that glowing object kind of stuff, so later on you can simply play around in the new, can add more glow kind of things. For glass, you can just play with the transmissions. So transmissions, AOVs is something that you can independently render the glass objects. So later on, maybe if you want, you can change the color of the glass. If you want, you can increase the exposure of the glass, or anything. So just if you can see, this is transmissions. Transmission render. Okay. So every AOVs has its own requirement, but again, it's totally depend on your requirement as well. So don't randomly apply all the AOVs, because if you apply all the AOVs, your render might get heavier, your file get heavier, and your render time will also get a lot. So I would suggest it's better not to add random AOVs, just work as per your requirement, as per your scene requirement. So quickly I'm setting the render settings, and I have enabled the merge AOVs. So merge AOVs allow to render one single image with all the AOVs connected. Okay. So now let's jump to the nuke, and we'll check all the render passes within the nuke as well. But before that, let me do a quick one frame render. So I'm doing it one frame render within the Maya with all the AOVs, and let's just wait for a few minutes. Once it's done, once it's done, then we'll jump on the nuke, and we'll see how this render image work, and how we can extract all the AOVs, and how we can tweak separately. So let's drag and drop the render images within the nuke, and of course change the color space, because we rendered in the linear space. So let's sorry, sRGB, and now we open the sRGB, and it's simply after dragging, now I can see all the different passes. So if I open the list now, if I mean in single render, I can see all the AOVs, nothing is missing, everything is already inside this one file. Okay, and let's quickly extract all these different AOVs, and let's see how we can tweak it within the nuke, like grade or color corrections or exposures, and how we can merge the two different layers to get more control. So for this, let's create one shuffle node. So in nuke, in shuffle node is very important. So now if you can see in shuffle node, I can see all the different AOVs. So this node let me choose exactly which AOVs I want to see. So like diffuse, specular, transmission, is totally depend on me. Okay, so now I have added this emission pass, emission AOVs, and I have merged it, and now I can add glow, or I can add exposure, or anything. I mean, I can tweak independently. So now if you can see, whatever the grade, whatever the color correction I'm doing it right now, it's affecting only on the emissions. So no weird glow on the rest of the image. Now I'll merge it back. Look at this, much better now. Same with the transmissions. So only the glass visual, I'll drop the color correction, I start changing the color, only the glass changes, nothing else render will affect. So can we make the glass slightly blue? Yes, we can. So this is how this is the beauty of AOVs. So I mean, why studio use this AOVs? This is actually why almost VFX Studio use AOVs, because rendering is expensive, time is expensive. So if your render takes 6 hours, you don't want to render over and over again and again. So you can easily fix this kind of creative things within the compositing software, and that's exactly what we are doing it here. And yeah, I mean, this is something, this is very important. And one more thing, like in Nuke we can use the contact sheet. So in contact sheet, now every AOV is visible in one screen. So this is also a very important. It's the fastest way to check the render before you start working on the compositing. So quick recap. So we created Arnold AOVs in Arnold. We render multi-XR, we load it in Nuke, we isolate the passes, shuffle, and add all the different kind of glow and transmissions. And yeah, so now you know the complete AOVs Arnold workflow within the Maya. If this video saved your even future and re-render it, it's worth watching. Then enjoy and hit the like button, subscribe it. If you're interested in the production quality Maya or Arnold and Nuke tutorial, let me comment below, and I'll try my best to give the best knowledge that I have. Thank you for watching. Take care.